Hey guys, and welcome back to Mark 45 Studios. I know I am late to the party, but patch 1.2 for Star Wars Battlefront 2 is out, and man, this new update is huge. I'm gonna go over everything here. Probably by the time you're seeing this, some of you may already know the changes and stuff. If you already know, you might as well just skip this video. But anyways, first things first. The one thing everybody was waiting for, showing on the background gameplay right here, we have Jetpack Cargo, the brand new limited time game mode that has been brought to the game. I didn't have time to make a proper video yet because I just got back from New York City, so that's why this video is out a little bit late because I was still in New York when the patch came out, so I didn't get time to check it out, play it, and whatever. So these are just quick matches of Jetpack Cargo, and probably I'm going to put in some additional gameplay of other stuff in the game after I show off all the Jetpack Cargo gameplay that I have here. So anyways, we are reading off from the Battlefront 2 forum page by Sledgehammer70, who is the director of Battlefront 2. We have a lot of stuff to go over, and first off, we got new arcade maps, and that's great for offline players like me sometimes. I don't always play on multiplayer, but for arcade maps now we have Kashyyyk, Hoth, Endor, Crate, Jakku, and the second Death Star, which is great because Matt123 has been requesting for Kashyyyk for a really long time as a offline mode, so that's good. So yes, we also are launching a new game mode, Jetpack Cargo. We know that already. This is pretty intense because this helps you practice all your skills as a jump trooper, and it brings back a ton of memories from the 2015's Battlefront. Yes, they have changed the smart rockets for the jump troopers, where you can fire 2 shots before it reaches cooldown. For a limited time, they have also added cosmetics to hero appearances. So there are new skins for limited time for Luke, Leia, and Han. They have gone over through the series of in-game challenges, so you're gonna have to complete some time challenges to unlock those skins. Obviously right now I'm not showing them. I didn't have time to record all the changes, so all you had to do is listen to me and watch some background gameplay here of Jetpack Cargo. Moving on, we have a bunch of balance tweakings and bug fixes to heroes, classes, locations, and game modes, especially Galactic Assault. There's also a change to the rolling system, or they call it dodging, but I call it combat rolling, which is great. And they've also improved engaging experience with the AIs and offline. And now players will have all classes will now have 2 emotes for free, so you don't have to unlock all the emotes. Every single class now has 2 emotes unlocked for you. You can just go ahead and equip your emotes to your heroes, troopers, etc. First off, we got a lot of balancing between heroes and villains. Firstly, for Boba Fett, we've made a substantive change to the way Boba Fett's jetpack feels when flying. So they've increased the maneuverability for Boba Fett's jetpack and the efficiency with the E3, because it's sometimes hard to aim with that thing, especially when you have no scope. So yeah, the controllability of his jetpack has been improved. Moving on, we got Iden Versio. Her droid stun has been very difficult to predict lately, so they have made it differently. So they fixed an issue where Iden's droid didn't give damage on the first attack, but now it does. So the droid stun's time is reduced between the ability activation and the shock, and reduced the damage from 50 to 40. Next up, we got Bosk, whose Roby had an awkward recoil, which was true. When you try sniping, you have a small, powerful recoil, and they've changed the explosive traps and the multi-trap star card. Because apparently, if the star card is epic, it increases the damage greater than what is listed on the card, which is, I have not seen it ever, because I don't use Bosk, so first time hearing it, but great to know that they've changed it. Next up, we got Kylo Ren, who I've used a lot in the past, but I'm working on Maul. But great to see that Kylo has been buffed, because he's been pretty bad in Galactic Assault lately, because now his force pull recharge time has been decreased from 25 to 20 seconds. So the cooldown is much faster, giving you more time to pull those enemies towards you. His freeze ability has been reduced from 25 to 24 seconds. Just a 1 second difference. I don't really see a major change in that. And finally, his Frenzy ability. He has now 40% damage observation while Frenzy is active. So it makes Kylo Ren tankier, I guess, when he has Frenzy on. But yeah, that makes him slightly powerful now. Now, Luke Skywalker has gone over a lot of changes. They decided to change Luke to a hit and run game style. So for those of you who drive, you know what I mean by hit and run. You crash a car and then you just drive off, or you scrape a car and you drive off. No, you're not standing, not doing insurance. That's called hit and run. So how did they do with Luke? Well, they increased his sprint speed by 6 meters per second. They increased his health from 700 to 750. Increased his regeneration from 50 to 110, which is absolute nuts. And it decreased the regeneration delay from 5 to 2.7, and the max regeneration amount from 250 to 200. Next up, we got the Senate. Palpatine's has been pretty broken lately because his dark aura and his lightning ability can apparently go through obstacles and walls, which is total BS because he can just kill players through the wall and they can't shoot him back or shoot back at him. Now, when he's using those abilities, he has to be in sight of the enemy. And they've also increased the reach of his lightning from 12 to 14 meters. Balance it out with now that he can't damage enemies through walls. Chewbacca has been pretty overpowered lately, but he has gotten a nerf, which is good. His stun grenade has been reduced to shock time from 1.6 to 1 second. He reduced the bowcaster side projectiles explosive damage from 25 to 21, as well as the furious bowcasters projectiles from 12 to 10. Yoda has also been changed because his lightsaber attacks were pretty weak. I noticed Luke's were stronger than Yoda's, which is kind of bizarre because Yoda's obviously a lot more powerful than that. So his lightsaber damage has been increased from 80 to 115. His barrier, which I'm assuming is his block ability, added the functionality to break out of immobilizing effects on activation. His unleash ability has been increased energy holding time from 0.7 to 0.9 seconds, as well as the angle of the ability from 40 to 45 degrees. Unleash has also been increased from the first stage of the damage from 100 to 110, second from 125 to 130, and third 150 to 160, and fourth from 175 to 190. Basically, all of his stages has been increased. Next up, we got Lando. And Lando, yes, he needs a boost because he's been pretty ineffective against lightsaber users. So now his disruptor has been reduced with the recharge time from 25 to 19 seconds. His smoke grenade has been reduced charge time from 15 to 14 seconds. Alright, next up we got Vader, and he doesn't have a lot of change, but we'll see. His focused rage ability will now receive a 200 temporary bonus health when the ability is active, so therefore it makes Vader an absolute beast. And he reduced his maximum health from 900 to 800, which is good because I think Vader has a little bit too much of a health because, well, he is tanky, but I think he's a little too tanky. So that's good that they changed it. Next up, we got Captain Phasma, who increased oh, thank God, EA. I'm glad you did this. They increased her staff strike ability, which is still a little bit slow, according to some people, but oh well. They've increased the animation speed of the ability, and increased the transition speed between each strike, which is great, and now increase how quickly Captain Phasma can use her blaster after performing a staff strike. So once you hit someone with the staff, switching back to her blaster is pretty quick, so that's good, meaning you won't stand there for a really long time and getting shot at. Now, so some bug fixes in Heroes vs. Villains. Lightsaber closers are deactivated while blinded. Fixed an issue where you won't be in a stunned state forever, which is great. You know, those times when your hero suddenly gets stuck, you can't move at all. The maximum stun duration is now 5 seconds. Good. Boba Fett, where they fixed an issue, it prevented Boba Fett from using his jetpack ability when the star card for the hunt was activated. Luke's Epic Center would now deal more proper damage when used. Yoda's Field of Force ability, they changed the description, which, okay. And his Enduring the Force ability will now apply to the proper amount of bonus time. His Master of Force ability no longer damage players, and Finn's Deadeye has been changed from the the targeting crosshair should be properly removed after the ability has been used, which I've not experienced yet, so oh well. Now, the combat roll. I am glad EA has taken a step to change this, and here's what they did. The dodge ability has been proven to be too powerful, which was not our initial intent. Dodging granted far too many benefits like damage reduction, the inability to transit into a hit animation, ignoring lightsaber damage, and the inability to be targeted by lightsaber closers. In order to handle this, we added an unstaggerable window during a set period of time when you dodge. You will still receive the same benefits during that window, but now you have a narrow time in which gain those benefits. Now you need time your rolls better and predict attacks. While testing these changes, we feel good with the results so far, and we really hope that you do too. This is a change that you will monitor closely. So for all classes, they fixed an issue where the blaster rifles can be zoomed in higher with the dual zoom ability. The Vanguard has been nerfed, and heavy supercharged sentry has been buffed a little bit because it got nerfed. So now it's buffed to a little more time, but not as much as the previous one. And the officer's pistol has been damaged too at the Blurk 1120, I mean. And finally, we got milestones. You can just read this on the screen yourself. I'm not going to explain too much. Just pause this video if you want to. Now, for some changes on location designs. Well, Camino, Phase 1 and 3, and Galactic Assault has been made easier for attackers. Thank God. Tatooine, same thing. Hoth, same thing. And in Hoth in Phase 2, you can't be targeted by the AT-AT when you spawn, which is, oh, thank God. And Naboo, same thing. And Endor changed the fallback time. Now for some location designs, bug fixes. So, well, Jakku, they changed the combat area and fixed an issue in the Galactic Assault when you go out of bounds, they will not trigger correctly. If you're, like, sometimes you're out of bounds and you don't die at all after the timer's been went out. So they changed some more on Endor, Crates, Takodana, Hoth, Kashyyyk, Camino, Yavin 4, and pretty much just a bunch of like weird glitches you normally see on those maps. They changed that. And some general bug fixing, they have changed the credit payout for duplicate items. So if it's common, you get 300, uncommon 600, rare 900, epic 3,600. They've also increased the classes for blasters, increased the U-Wing, and just more other stuff that I am not going to explain. There's a lot to explain here. So, and finally, Sledgehammer left a small note as he made a small update on the final list as my fight carry were over the notes while he missed a few lines. So he fixed an issue where players would not receive credits for duplicate star cards, and players who have encountered this issue previously will radioactively be awarded for the proper amounts of credits over time. Thank God they changed the credit awarding system. That was so BS. It's like you did so good and you only earned 280 something credits, and then there's other times where you just absolutely suck and you earn like 3,000 credits. Well, I mean, what the hell, man? But thank God you changed it. And finally, very last thing, they increased the credit payout for duplicate items, which we all know that. Finally, the most important thing, they have changed the loot crate prices from 4,000 to 3,000 credits. That's only for the trooper crates. I don't buy the trooper crate. The only crate I buy is the hero crate. But now that the prices decreased by 1,000, it's a lot. Trust me, you'll understand later. Now that it's cheaper, I might consider buying it. We'll see. But I'm gonna keep buying hero crates because they still give you the same amount of stuff plus hero abilities. So anyways, guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. If you want to see more of the details of the changes in patch 1.2, because I have obviously not explained everything because I don't want to make this video like 10 hours long. So the link to the article is in the description. Go check it out yourself. And anyways, guys, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel for more of these content. And I got still a lot of videos to work on after my return from New York. So I'll be extremely busy in the studio, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.